Hello, good evening. This is Prasad Ganiraj. I'm a trainer, speaker, and a coach. And today I want to talk to you about the strangest secrets. If I ask you this question, how many of you want to be successful? Every one of you are listening to me now, this evening, you would tell me, Prasad, we all want to be successful. It's obvious. None of us want to fail. Earl Nightingale, an American radio speaker and author, said, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Let me repeat it. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Success is someone who is doing deliberately a predetermined job because that is what he or she decided to do deliberately with their life. Let me repeat that again for you. Success is anyone who is doing deliberately a predetermined job because that is what he or she wanted to do deliberately with their life. They are success. Let me give you an example with my own life. I'm an electronics and communication engineer. After graduation, I worked in technology for nearly 8 years. Though I got paid well, though I was a best performer, awarded as a best performer, I was given promotions, I never felt successful. I always had this dissatisfaction. And the reason why I never felt successful about what I was doing is because as a lad, as an youngster, I always predetermined to become a professor or a chef. That is what I wanted to do. The predetermination I had in my mind was to become a professor or a chef. So when I left my technology job in 2013 to become a trainer, though for the first year I was not making much money, that is when I felt success. That is when I felt I'm accomplishing something. That is when I felt useful. Yeah, success is anyone who is doing deliberately a predetermined job or work because that is what he or she decided to do deliberately with their life. Now, what have you decided to do with your life? Otherwise, success is having a goal and working on that goal day and night. Do you know 1 out of 20, 1 out of 20, only 1 out of 20 have a goal? Just only 1 out of 20 people have goal, and only 1 out of 20 succeeds. Not everybody succeeds. Not everybody who's listening to me now. You may be a youngster, you may be old, you may be in your mid 30s, 40s, you may be in your 20s. Everybody now wants to be a success, but everybody does not become a success. Only 1 out of 20 becomes successful. Do you know why? If you want to be successful, you need to have a goal, and you have to work on that goal day in and day out. Do you have a goal? What is your goal in life? What is your goal in your life? Do you have any idea why so many people with goals succeed and people without goal fail? Any idea why people with goals succeed and people without goal fail? The reason is people with goal know where to go and what to do day in and day out. People with goal know what they want to achieve, and they go towards that day in and day out. They are predetermined about what they want to become in life. If someone decides to be a teacher, school teacher, yeah, you may think that's not a healthy, good, great profession, not a well-paying profession. But if someone predetermines to be a school teacher and they become a school teacher, they will be successful. If someone decides to be an engineer, predetermines to be an engineer, and becomes an engineer, that person will be successful. If someone predetermines to be a businessman and they become a businessman, they will be successful. You become what you think about yourself. You become what you think about yourself. Now let me help you today. I'm going to give 3 steps to help you have a goal. If you have a goal, fantastic. But if you're someone who doesn't have a goal, then I'm going to help you today. Step 1, take a journal and you're going to write one full day, whatever thought that comes to your mind, whatever thought that passes your mind, or whatever thought that you engage in your mind, you're going to write everything, starting from morning till evening. One full day, that is the task. Write your task, write your thoughts, one full day. And in the evening, I want you to evaluate your thoughts. In the evening, I want you to evaluate your thoughts. See what kind of thoughts you had. See whether your thoughts are full of frustration, confusion, anxiety, fear, hatred. If you had thoughts like this, then you are destined to be a failure. Okay? If your thoughts are full of frustration, confusion, anxiety, fear, and hatred, etc., all negative thoughts, then you're destined to be a failure. Okay? Now, if you don't have those kind of thoughts, then fine. Don't worry about it. Okay? So this is step 1 to realize that you require a change in your life. So if your thoughts are something like this throughout the day, then 100% guarantee you're going to fail. You're not going to be successful. You're not going to achieve anything in your life. Step number 2. For the next 30 days, start writing 10 things you want to achieve in your life. 10 things you want in your life. So for the next 30 days, right? So tomorrow is, now you're going to dedicate one full day to evaluate your thoughts. From day after tomorrow, you're going to write 10 things every day. Yeah, 10 things every day which you want to become, what kind of work you want to do, what are your desires, what are your aspirations and dreams. So write 10 things like this. Yeah, 30 days and every day 10 things, right? Step 3. At the end of the 30th day, yeah, the reason why I ask you to do the step 2 is to, see what is there in your heart, what and your mind, and what you really want to achieve, right? So when you write it for 30 days, sometimes you would write the same thing again and again. So don't go back to the previous day and see what you have written. Don't do that, right? Just keep writing 10 things. So it is okay. It's perfectly okay if you're writing the same thing again over the days. Perfectly fine. But at the end of the 30th day, I would like you to go back and see what you have written. And now you will get clarity of what you really want with your life, of what you really want to achieve in your life, of what you really is aspiring, you're really looking forward to achieve in your life. You'll get that clarity. So once you get the clarity, do the step 3. Take a flashcard, maybe a 3x5 flashcard, and write down your goal. That is what is your goal. Write down your goal. Why should you write? I want you to keep it with yourself. Wherever you go, I want this flashcard to be with you. Keep it so that you will see it every time, every now and then. And every now and then when you see it, I want you to read it. Yeah? So write down your goal so that you will keep it, you will see it, and you will read it. Right? Now, this is the action plan I want to give you. So step 1, tomorrow, immediately, the full day, you're going to journal your thoughts. You're going to evaluate whether you're destined for success or you're destined for failure. You're going to evaluate your thoughts, what kind of thoughts you're having. Are you having negative thoughts or are you having positive thoughts? What are the thoughts that comes into your mind, that crosses your mind? Step 2, starting from day after tomorrow, you're going to write 10 things that you want to achieve in your life, that you want to become, that you want to have. 10 things you're going to write every day from day after tomorrow for 30 days. And step 3, at the end of the 30th day, I want you to read through whatever you've written so that you will get clarity of that one goal which you want to achieve. You can have more goals also, not a problem, but then choose one at a time. Choose your long-term, short-term. The goals can be interconnected also, perfectly fine, but choose one goal at a time, right? So you're going to choose one goal and you're going to take a flashcard, probably a 3x5 flashcard, and you're going to write the goal in that flashcard and you're going to keep it with you Yeah, and you're going to um, see it and you're going to read it. So maybe my suggestion to you is, if you're someone who eats 3 times a day, read it after your meal. If you're someone who eats 5 times a day, read it 5 times. So the purpose is, the more you read it, the more better it is for you. Right? Now, when you have a clear, defined goal, you have something to go after every day. You have a clarity of what you are doing. But the challenge here is, since you're not used to this new practice, your mind will tell you to quit, especially at the time of adversity. So remember this challenge. Habits are not easily formed. So for the next 4 weeks, carry your goal sheet with you. Keep it in front of you so that you can see it often, so that you can read it often, and take time to reflect every evening whether you are aligned to your goal, whether you have done something marching towards your goal. Most importantly, do the reflection every day. Apostle Paul said, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Your mind is tremendously powerful. Where the mind goes, the man follows. You do what your mind says. So train your mind. Do not conform to the pattern. Let me tell you something. So if you are deciding to, losing weight is your goal. Let's say losing weight is a goal. And if you decided to exercise for an hour, now when you know half an hour doing the exercise, when your mind says quit, yeah, you have exhausted, quit, call it quit. Yep. Now when your mind tells you to quit, that's the time you do not conform to the mind, because that's the pattern you followed in the past. Whenever your mind said something, you conformed to your mind. But this time when your mind says something, yeah, when half an hour doing this exercise and the mind says quit, call it quit, enough of exercise for the day, do not conform to your mind. Rather, go further and complete your 1 hour exercise as you predetermined. Okay, are you with me? Right? So it is easy to follow the crowd. It is easy to get lost in the crowd. But if you want to be different, then you should not conform to the patterns of the mind. So create new habit. Break your old habits. Create new habit so that you have new results, so that you will be successful. So remember this. We're going to, this session is going to happen for the next 30 days. And my videos will be available. I'll be speaking to you, coming to you every day. Yeah, probably for 10 minutes we'll have this discussion, right? You'll be listening to me. So my request is, I want to help you. My name is Prasad and I'm your friend. I want to help you. So if you're really looking for a change, please show up every day and participate in the session. See you on the other side.